Hi, my name is Jean and this is my channel, Learn with Jean. In today's video, I'm going to talk about something pretty controversial, and it's 3 reasons not to build a membership business. The reason why I say this is because I see a lot of creators who want to build membership business or who do build membership business, and these are the 3 challenges that I see most often and why I don't recommend it based on the idea or observation that membership businesses and the model of the involvement of you in terms of your time and energy, scaling revenue, what it takes to take a membership business model to the next level. So reason number 1 why I recommend not building a membership business. 1 is because it is very time consuming. Most membership businesses are based on this, most membership business are modeled after this idea. Most membership business are subscription-based businesses. If you look at Netflix and Hulu and HBO, all those streaming platforms, a lot of it is really creating a lot of content and selling volume. Now, it's not hard to sell at volume at a low price, but the challenge becomes when you're trying to sell at a low price and scaling that. It becomes a lot of time trying to create content, set up your membership, and always being in this cycle of creating, and upselling and creating offers. And while that does work, it is a lot of time, energy, and resources from you as a creator. And while it can be fun, it can be really exhausting, and it really takes a toll on you trying to scale that kind of business model and creating content and hiring the people to set up your membership business. The second reason why I don't recommend building a business model around memberships and subscriptions is because you're really relying on volume to scale. And you constantly have to create more content or look at ways to sell content and getting members to engage with your content. And in this kind of attention economy, it can be really challenging to keep members engaged, keep members focused, and retain. And while you can do a lot with customizing the membership experience, I personally find that there's so much content out there that no matter what you do, you end up creating a lot of content trying to get people to watch it. And the challenge is, let's just face it, there's content everywhere at our disposal every minute of the day trying to compete for our attention. And therefore, it is really hard to retain members. After a while, people find that they're just paying for courses that they can never complete. And so it just kind of sits in their shelf, it sits in their digital library and collects dust and not really much utilized. And so as people start to become more conscious of their wallet in these kinds of economies, they are going to cut things that they're not utilizing. And so if you have a vault of courses that they are not utilizing, they're probably going to cut this out of their subscription first. So if you think about it, keeping people engaged and retained in a membership business requires a lot of content and keeping people engaged. And so if you create the content, it's really hard because the more content you have, the more it is difficult to keep up with all of it. And so with membership businesses, the more you create, the more it is difficult to keep up with because people have so much access to content nowadays and they're buying so much content that they can't keep up with it. And so they're going to cancel the first thing that is costing them, even if it's a small membership, because they just don't have the time and energy to watch everything. In the end, they will cut out your subscription, and that doesn't really help you as a business because you've invested so much time and resource to creating all this content. And sometimes the only way to keep them engaged is through live events. And while live events on Zoom are great, it is also another added time resource. And as a creator, you want to work above your business rather than in the business. And the third reason why I don't recommend building a membership business is because it is focused on selling subscriptions at a low price. And that doesn't always work well for your business long term. You want to be able to sell not just more higher priced items or higher ticket items, but maybe focus on experiences and ways to really build community. While people love courses and can learn and benefit from the courses, people nowadays are really gravitating towards experiences. And so what they really want is to connect with other folks and have an opportunity to connect with other folks. And so the idea of giving them so much content is going to be short-lived because they're going to eventually crave some kind of experience to supplement all that. And if you're not willing to deliver live experiences, either on Zoom or in person or some kind of blend, it can be really hard to retain members. And so while you can serve up content, you can keep them in your ecosystem, ultimately the biggest challenge is that people crave experiences and connections, and giving them content can only get them so far. So those are the reasons why I personally don't like membership and subscription-based businesses, but ultimately the decision is up to you. I prefer that I buy a product once and then if I want to buy a product again, I'll buy it again in the future, but that means I'm not the ideal customer. It really depends on you as a creator and what kind of business you want to run, how much involvement do you want to have in your business in the near future. Because you might find later on you want to step away from your business, and if you need to be as involved in delivering experiences live, you may need to hire someone and or charge more so that you can engage with your members. The other way that I suggest supplementing with membership businesses is through selling physical products. While digital products are great, I think any kind of physical product or physical in-person experience, more and more coming out of the pandemic, is what people gravitate towards. So those are some tips and thoughts around why I don't recommend creating a membership-based business. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think, what your thoughts are, what challenges you're having, and how I can support you in your creator business. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.